Yeah, wait a minute. If it's at 1:30... Yes! I'm afraid I finally got you, Mr. Armstrong. What? What do you mean? At the time in question, the victim was listening to the radio with his earpiece. The show he was listening to was Millionaire Radio. Each week, they announced the winning numbers of the $500,000 lottery ticket. Oui, that must be the show Monsieur Elg was listening to.
Can't see any problem with this testimony, Mr. Wright.
I wonder... What? You say that the victim arrived at your restaurant after 2 p.m., correct? Oui, I'm sure of it. I remember perfectly now. I know it was that time because I had just finished serving the lunch menu.
Get to the point, Trat. If you have one.
That show was broadcast live at
1:30 p.m.
and it claims to be the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life.
It's on the air at 1:30?
Now, supposedly, the victim made some noise when it was announced that he had won. And yet, I don't believe his cry of joy could have occurred after 2 p.m. because the show had already finished more than 30 minutes earlier by that point in time. None! This victim we've been told about has done nothing but the impossible. Listening to the radio with a ruptured eardrum? Catching a show that was already over? He's a fucking time traveler! There's only one conclusion you can draw from these facts. This victim was an imposter, acting out the poisoning 30 minutes after the real murder. Glenn Elg is a fucking wizard! Yes, there were 2 Glenn Elgs in Tresbian that day. The real Glenn Elg, now dead, having been poisoned by the real killer. And that phony Glenn Elg, acting out the events for Mr. Kudo to witness.
It certainly seems that way. I mean, if that wasn't the case, how could you explain the time discrepancy?
Quite a performance, Trat.
You were almost on a roll. I say you were almost on a roll. But sadly, you lack the rock-hard foundation of rhythm to build your song.
What? What is this, Music Theory 101? Minor chords! Tritones!
Let's recap. According to your imaginative theory, it's now just after 2 p.m.
By the way, Miyu, do you think Godot is attractive? Because Misha does, and I just don't see it. Physically, maybe, but his personality's kind of shite.
The phony Elg is performing a play for the benefit of Mr. Kudo. How do you explain, then, where the real Glen Elg is?
I don't believe I have to spell this out for the court. However, I'll do it for you, Mr. Godot. Yeah, fucking moron. Godot makes me facepalm? Valid. Well, he's okay. Cool. Just curious. Not like cute or cool or anything, just okay! Ah! I doubt Misha would care. She'll just be like, fine, I get into myself. At that time, the real Glen Elg was already dead. He was more Shinderu.
That's certainly the obvious conclusion. Thank you, Trot. That's exactly what I was hoping you'd say.
What?
Now, I presume you can prove this theory of yours. Can you explain where the missing corpse went to?
The missing corpse?
According to the old man's testimony, there was only one other customer there. If that customer was the phony Glen Elg, then where did the killer hide the body of the real victim?
Arg!
The prosecution has a valid point, Mr. Wright. If your theory is to stand up to examination by the court, you must provide us with proof by answering the prosecution's question.
Alright, let me just compulsively say some more, Your Honor. Who's your favorite Ace Attorney character, Miyu? And anyone in chat, who is 10 out of 10 best husbando or best waifu? I think it's Adrian Andrews. Or Mia. One of the two.
Where did the killer hide the body? Hide the body.
Anyway. Yes, Your Honor.
No conjecture, Trot. Let's hear some facts for what I say.
No.
Show the court a piece of evidence that proves where the body was hidden.
Evidence? What's that? What's with the intense pressure in here all of a sudden? I thought I had him with that contradiction. But he's turned it all around and backed me into a corner instead. Mia, help!
Well, Mr. Wright, the court will now hear.
I don't have a personal favorite. I enjoy the story as is, but if you ask me, maybe Mia, but not Maya. So Mia is 10 out of 10 top tier waifu, but not Maya. Valid. To be fair, Maya does sound like this! Hello! Sorry, Phoenix, but the evidence is in another castle! Anyway.
Well, Mr. Wright, the court will now hear the defense's theory and evidence. First, where was the body of the real Mr. Elk concealed?
Huh. Shit. This chair sucks. I can't lean back on it. Okay, now I can. Or that French chef. No! He's a klepto. I'd say inside. It would have been too dangerous to take the body outside. Obviously, the body must have been hidden somewhere inside Tresbian.
Interesting. But where could a body have been hidden inside a restaurant?
The kitchen?
Perhaps you would care to show the court on these plans, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. The kitchen, no? The body was hidden here!
I see. Nice supposition. But the real question is, can you back it up? Where's the evidence that proves the body was hidden in that location?
Right here! Mr. Armstrong, do you recognize this bottle?
No. I have never seen that ugly bottle before in my life. I only use the very best bottles, monsieur. The highest quality only for moi.
Where was that bottle found, Mr. Wright?
Interestingly enough, Your Honor, it was found in the kitchen of Tresbian.
Nanny? But I only ever use these bottles for my aromatherapy oils.
But this bottle doesn't contain an aromatherapy oil, Mr. Armstrong. No, it contains a medication.
What kind of medication?
I'm sure everyone remembers, don't they? That Mr. Elg visited a long word clinic. Hold on. Otolaryngological clinic that was given medication on that day. Where's Ems when you need her?
You can't be serious.
The defense had the contents of the bottle analyzed, and I have the lab results here. The contents of the bottle match the prescription that was given to Mr. Elg. Blarg! Mr. Elg's murderer hid the body in the restaurant kitchen, at which time this bottle fell out of the victim's pocket. Mr. Armstrong, when the incident occurred, didn't you say you were in the kitchen?
Mon Dieu!
Yes, you know what I'm about to say. It was you who hid the victim's body. You did a fine job of defending... pretending to defend my client, Maggey Bird. However, you were setting her up to take the fall behind the poor girl's back.
None!
Otolaryngology. Otolaryngology is a medical specialty in which is focused on the ears, nose, and throat. Is also called otolaryngology, head and neck surgery, because specialists are trained in both medicine and surgery. Otolaryngologist is also called an ear, nose, and throat doctor, or an ENT for short. Oh! Huh. I did not know that last part. Because I've heard of ear, nose, and throat doctor. which is a much better name than the other one. Is that why it has the word larynge in it? So I just got home and thought I'd step in and say hi. Hi, Maya. Kathleen. It's good to see you. How are you doing? What did you get home from?
Order! Order! This is an extraordinary development. Witness, did you murder Mr. Glenn Elk?
I'm so tired and it was storming outside. Oh no. Well, now you can cuddle up in bed while it storms outside and feel nice and cozy.
Never! I could not do such an horrible thing.
No! Oh! Mr. Godot? The bitterness. Every time I get lied to, I always down a mug of coffee. That's one of my I say that's one of my rules.
Do you have the slightest idea how many cups you've had by now?
Then I like to do the same to the person who lied to me. I like to take them down with my empty cup. Listen up, chef. How about a brand new flavor in your ear, my H-deficient friend?
Je vous demande pardon. Please, you must hear me out. It is a trap.
It's a trap! So he's knowing while he's chugging down coffee and not choked from it. Yeah. He also, whenever Phoenix, like, reveals something dramatically, Godot will shake his head, drink some coffee, and then do a spit take. Oh, he said por favor.
Yo hablo español, Mr. Armstrong, and por favor is Spanish. I'm only gonna ask you once. Did you do you do it?
No. Absolutely not.
Let's hear it. Got one shot.
Friend was lonely and needed some company doing things. It was not supposed to take over 6 hours. Oof. Well, I'm glad you were able to be there for your friend.
You got one shot. Riding ramps. Witness, the court will permit you the chance to make one final statement. If you lie under oath again, Mr. Godot's coffee mug awaits you. As does my gavel.
Oui, it is clear.
What do they always say in the movies? I got a bad feeling about this.
Very well. Begin your final testimony, Mr. Armstrong.
It is true, I hid the body in the kitchen. A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. I had to go along with him because there was a reason I could not refuse. But I did not kill him. I swear, you must believe me.
You were forced? By who?
I cannot say, or I will be erased.
Let's try a different question then. Oh, was it this guy? When Mr. Elk died, was he really the only person at his table?
There was...
And I just lost connection. No!
There was another man.
There was another man. I knew it.
Maggey was telling the truth!
We may cross-examine the witness now, Mr. Wright.
There's just one more thing I need to do. Gotta break this guy and get him to tell us the name of the real killer. Let's save first. Did you carry the body by yourself?
Oui, I carried him. And I carried Maggey too.
Maggey too? Ooh, this is exciting. Yeah, it is.
When she saw the victim collapse, she fainted. I could not leave her there.
But why did you hide the bodies?
Truth almost come out. Truth almost come out. Hopefully before 2 p.m. your time. Yeah. Yeah, it's 1 right now.
A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. I had to go along with him because...
Oh, shit. What man? Who was he? I have a meeting at 2 p.m. your time, so... If this fake guy says it was Phoenix, I'm gonna lose my mind. Yeah.
No, I cannot say. I fear for my life.
Really scared.
You'll just have to put the words in his mouth.
Yeah, you're right. If he won't tell me, I'll tell him.
But why would you go along with this man?
And what reason would that be, Mr. Armstrong?
You know, monsieur.
Yes.
Surely you cannot expect a young maiden to talk about such an embarrassment.
A maiden? You're a bit old to get away with that.
And a bit too male!
I can't finish the cross-examination without establishing his reason, so I'll just have to prove it with evidence. So, you're claiming that all you did was hide the bodies, is that correct?
Oui, that's right.
If we are to believe you, Mr. Armstrong, you must tell the court everything. You must make clear the identity of the man who ordered you to do this.
He's already confessed this much. You might as well stop dancing around the real issue.
Yeah, but he really doesn't want to tell us who the killer is.
Suck it to him, Nick!
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Was it... Furry Tigger? Let's end this dance of a ring around the rosy, Mr. Armstrong, and skip straight to the falling down. This is the man that you've been referring to.
Fuck!
Who is that? I feel like I've seen him somewhere before.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe a month ago in this very courtroom, you fuck! This man is Furry Tigger. He's the manager of a loan office called Tender Lender. There's no point trying to hide the truth anymore. There's no point trying to hide the truth anymore, Mr. Armstrong. I know you couldn't do against Mr. Tigger, at least not while he had this on you. A $500,000 loan from a black market loan shark. And you had no way of paying it back, did you? That's why you were forced to do anything this man told you.
Oui, it is as you say. Mr. Armstrong, la Tigger. He told me he was going to use my restaurant for a business rendezvous. On the day in question, he was meeting my victim to demand that he repay his loan. I don't know why it happened like that. I just did what he told me to do. I had no choice. I carried the body and the inconscient Maggey out of the dining area into the kitchen. After that, I just tried to forget what I had seen.
I think we can now safely say that the man who forced your hand was Mr. Furry Tigger. I'm going to keep calling him that, just like we kept calling Juan Corrida John Cum until we accidentally made Pearl say it.
I do have one further question for you, Mr. Armstrong. The poison in the lottery ticket that were found in the defendant's apron pockets. Was that your doing as well?
No, I knew nothing about that, making it look like that was Maggey who had done it. I was not. It is despicable.
Mr. Godot, you will summon this Furry Tigger as a witness. I doubt that can be arranged today, so we will adjourn for now. Proceedings will continue tomorrow.
"30 minutes.
What?
The trial will go on. I'll see to it myself. I need half an hour to get that guy on the stand. Not a minute more. How the... Don't sit back and relax yet, Trot. No one knows if that chef is really telling the truth or not. This trial could still go, I say, this trial could still go either way. I'm Godot.
Very well, your request is granted, Mr. Godot. We will resume once Mr. Tigger is ready to take the stand. Until then, court is adjourned for a 30-minute recess.
Huh. I'm unsure of what to do now. Well, we're gonna play until the end of the recess, but, like, this game is too much for you? Why is that? We're gonna play until the end of the recess, but I don't know if, depending on how long the recess takes, because it hasn't been 2 hours yet, and I want to go for at least a minimum of 2 hours. But if we progress too far into the second half of the trial, the next week's stream is gonna, like, end short, because we might just, like, end the episode. No, we'll see.